Godzilla, 1954. The story of Godzilla began in 1954 with a film that forever changed monster cinema. Directed by Ishiro Honda, Godzilla introduced a towering prehistoric creature awakened and mutated by nuclear testing. Godzilla's attack on Tokyo was not destruction for spectacle, it was a haunting reflection of Japan's trauma following World War II and the atomic bombings. Using groundbreaking suitmation effects, the film portrayed Godzilla as an unstoppable force of nature. His atomic breath, immense size, and relentless march through the city made him a symbol of nuclear terror and human hubris. The tragic ending reinforced Godzilla as a warning rather than a villain, establishing him as one of cinema's most powerful metaphors. Showa era 1954 to 1975. During the Showa era, Godzilla evolved dramatically. He began as a terrifying symbol of nuclear destruction, but gradually transformed into a more heroic and even protective figure. As the series expanded, Godzilla battled an ever-growing roster of monsters such as Anguirus, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Gigan, and Mechagodzilla. The tone shifted over time from dark and serious to adventurous and occasionally lighthearted. Godzilla became a defender of Earth, especially against alien threats and destructive monsters. This era established the core kaiju formula monster battles, miniature city destruction, and larger-than-life spectacle that defined Godzilla's global identity. Heisei era, 1984 to 1995. The Heisei era rebooted Godzilla with a more serious and continuous storyline. Ignoring most of the Showa sequels, these films returned Godzilla to his role as a powerful and dangerous force rather than a friendly hero. The era emphasized science fiction themes such as genetic experimentation, time travel, and humanity's attempts to control nature. Godzilla faced some of his most iconic enemies during this period, including Biollante, King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, and Destoroyah. The era concluded with Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, where Godzilla's nuclear meltdown symbolized the ultimate consequence of unchecked power, restoring the franchise's tragic and emotional weight. Godzilla, 1998. Hollywood's first live-action attempt at Godzilla reimagined the monster as a fast, agile creature born from nuclear testing. This version departed significantly from the traditional portrayal, focusing more on speed and animal instincts than overwhelming presence. While the film delivered large-scale destruction and action, it received mixed reactions for minimizing Godzilla's iconic traits. Despite the controversy, the film introduced Godzilla to a new generation and marked the beginning of American involvement in the franchise. Millennium Era 1999 to 2004. The Millennium Era functioned as an anthology series, with most films acting as standalone stories connected only to the original 1954 film. This allowed filmmakers to experiment with different tones, designs, and interpretations of Godzilla. Godzilla was portrayed variously as a pure destroyer, a guardian spirit, or a force of judgment. Memorable entries included Godzilla 2000, GMK, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla Final Wars. The era emphasized creative freedom and culminated in Final Wars, a high-energy celebration of the franchise. Godzilla 2014. Legendary Pictures rebooted Godzilla for modern audiences, presenting him as an ancient alpha predator awakened by nuclear activity. This version emphasized scale, atmosphere, and realism, portraying Godzilla as a balancing force of nature rather than a villain. The film highlighted humanity's insignificance in the face of colossal forces. Godzilla's limited screen time built anticipation, making his final confrontations powerful and memorable. This portrayal re-established Godzilla as a godlike presence and launched the MonsterVerse. Shin Godzilla 2016. Shin Godzilla reimagined the monster for a modern Japan. It's directed by Hideaki Anno and Shinji Higuchi. The film portrays Godzilla as a constantly evolving organism, rapidly adapting to human attempts to stop him. Its grotesque transformations and overwhelming power present. It's Godzilla as an uncontrollable disaster rather than a traditional monster. The film serves as a sharp political and social commentary, reflecting Japan's response to real-world crises such as natural disasters and bureaucratic paralysis. Godzilla is less a character and more a living catastrophe, embodying fear, helplessness, and the limits of human control. Godzilla, King of the Monsters 2019. This sequel expanded the monsterverse by introducing classic kaiju such as Mothra, Radon, and King Ghidorah. Godzilla is depicted as the rightful king of the monsters, battling Ghidorah for dominance over Earth. The film embraces spectacle and mythology, presenting Godzilla as a protector of planetary balance. His victory cements his status as an alpha titan, commanding respect from both monsters and humanity. Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Godzilla vs. Kang delivers one of the most anticipated monster matchups in cinema history. Godzilla is portrayed as unusually aggressive, attacking human facilities and asserting his dominance as Earth's alpha predator. His behavior suggests a deeper awareness. Godzilla senses a hidden threat long before humanity understands it. The rivalry between Godzilla and Kong is fueled by instinct, territory, and misunderstanding rather than hatred. While Kong represents emotional intelligence and connection to humanity, Godzilla embodies ancient instinct and planetary defense. Their battles highlight not only raw power, but two opposing philosophies of survival. The emergence of Mechagodzilla reveals the true danger: humanity's attempt to replicate and control Godzilla's power. When the artificial titan turns on its creators, Godzilla and Kang are forced into an uneasy alliance. The film reinforces a core Godzilla theme: nature cannot be controlled, only respected. Godzilla reclaims his dominance, while Kang earns his place as an equal force rather than a rival. Godzilla -1. 2023. Set in post-World War II Japan, Godzilla -1 returns the franchise to its emotional and thematic roots. Japan is already devastated physically, economically, psychologically when Godzilla emerges as a new catastrophe, pushing the nation from zero to something even worse. The film focuses on ordinary people struggling with guilt, loss, and survival. Godzilla is not a distant threat. His destruction feels personal and overwhelming. His immense power is portrayed with terrifying realism, emphasizing the helplessness of those caught in his path. Unlike heroic interpretations, Godzilla here is merciless and relentless, representing unresolved trauma and the lasting consequences of war. Yet the story also highlights cooperation, sacrifice, and resilience. Godzilla -1 restores Godzilla as a symbol of devastation while reminding audiences that humanity's strength lies in its ability to endure. Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire 2024. Godzilla x Kong. The New Empire expands the monsterverse by venturing deep into the mysteries of the Hollow Earth. A powerful, new threat rises from this hidden world, forcing Godzilla and Kong into a reluctant alliance. Godzilla's role evolves beyond that of a warrior. He is revealed as an ancient guardian tied directly to Earth's survival. His connection to Titan history and cosmic balance suggests a long-standing purpose beyond individual battles. The film deepens monsterverse mythology, exploring ancient civilizations, Titan legacies, and the fragile equilibrium holding the planet together. Godzilla's partnership with Kong symbolizes unity between opposing forces of nature. It's no longer just the king of the monsters. Godzilla stands as a timeless protector, ensuring his continued relevance in modern cinema.